Hi there and welcome back, or hello and welcome if you are visiting for the first time. My name's Tania and I'm from Tatty Treasures, and a big hello to you all. Thank you for joining me today and spending some time with me. All my links are down in the description box, where to find me, ways to support the channel. Just want to say thank you very much to my Patreons and my Buy Me a Coffee members. You know, you make it possible for me to, you know, allow me the time to be able to video daily. So thank you very much to them. I really appreciate it, and you know, being able to do something that I enjoy is wonderful. So thank you. So this is the final part in this month's Facebook challenge. If you've not caught one before, or you know, you've not offered me kind of thing, these videos run side by side the Facebook challenge, and this month it was all about using up as book pages, and it was the illustrations that we was using up, because you know, we all find it hard to use them. I mean, once we've got over the fact of wow, they're wonderful, what a beautiful book, we've let it sit for a while, we've flicked through it, and then you know, we decide we want to take it apart because we want to use it. And I know a lot of you are finding it really difficult. You're buying these beautiful books and you're not wanting to take them apart, which is fine. You don't have to take them apart, but if you are wanting to use them in your, you know, junk journals, your art and things like that, then just take them apart. You know, there's millions and trillions of books about that are unloved, that are sitting on, you know, bookshelves or in people's attics, in charity shops, that are unloved, unused, unlooked at, getting dusty, getting old, and life's too short to sit on a dusty shelf. You know, dust them down, get them out and get them used, and then you're giving them a whole new life. You know, somebody may have never seen this artist or something, this book before. You know, for me, like the Edith Holden, I'd totally forgotten about that book. I'd totally forgotten that it existed. It was a book that well, it was a friend's mother who'd got it when I was about, I don't know, about 9, 10. I thought it was the most beautifulest, elegantest thing, apart from my mother, that I'd ever seen. And you know, my friend ended up telling me, excuse me, that a mum had lent it somebody, and you know, this book never appeared back. And I do think it's because I used to go around and play, and I always used to say, can I look at your mum's book? And I remember sitting at the bottom of the stairs, just sitting looking at this book. And I, you know, I thought then, because they was a lot, you know, I came from a single parent, and money was tight and things, and they, you know, they was not rich, but you know what I mean. And I always thought, you know, when I'm a grown up and I can afford this book, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to have it. And I'd totally forgotten about it until I stumbled across it in my journey with junk journals. And it's fabulous. I've got a copy now, what the lovely Carol got me for my birthday, which is my copy, which I'm not going to cut up. And the rest, I buy them to cut up. But if I hadn't have seen them in people's work and stuff, I may have never seen that book again. And I know, you know, a lot of people didn't, you know, had never seen that book until you've started seeing it in junk journal. And what a shame that there's these beautiful, you know, I'd never heard of Gordon Benningfield. I think the first person I saw use these sheets was Teal and Tattered, and I was like, wow, what is that book? It's absolutely wonderful. So, you know, I think they're not doing any good on a shelf. Give them a new lease of life and use them. And I think, you know, the people who did these books are artists. What wonderful way to us then use them in our artwork. I think they'd be absolutely chuffed with it, that, you know, we're making new things and using their things. Anyway, that's enough of that. So this is the 4th week. So I did an introductory video. So there's 5 videos in total. There will be a playlist for them, which I will call, what shall I call it? Using up book pages. That's creative. Anyway, there will be a playlist. And we, you know, I took a load of pages. I'd, you know, gutted a load of books, and I was like, what can I do with this? What would be the best thing to do with it? Then I put them all into sections, and I've worked through the sections. So this is the final section. We've wow, I've made quite a few things. So this is what I was left with, and these are those humongous pages, and these are absolutely beautiful images, which I don't want to fussy cut out. I could fussy cut that squirrel out, and I could use that. You know, yeah, I could fussy cut those out and use that. I still might do that. I've not, you know, fully understood. Made my mind up. But at this point, these are images that I want to keep as they are, because they are absolutely stunning. I might not be able to use them this year, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to save them. You know, these are covers, aren't they? You know, these are covers for new books. Or when I do a file folder, you know, I could cut a section out, and that could be a section in the file folder. So I'm going to put these pages to one side and use, you know, hopefully I'll get to use some this year. I hadn't planned on doing a woodland file folder, but I think I'm just destined to make one, aren't I? These was the end pages, which these are absolutely beautiful. I've decided these are more spring, summer, so I'm going to put these away, and I will use these when I'm going to do a woodland spring themed, because I always tend to do woodland in winter. I don't know why. I think that's because autumn, winter is my favourite time for being in the woods. It seems even stiller. So I'm going to save those for them. So that's those out of the way. Oh, I don't know what's stopping this from, I'm going to pause. Okay, so, and then I'd got these 2 big images, which I did cut out. I think on here there was lots of other things which I didn't want. You know, it wasn't like one of those other pictures that it was a full, complete picture type thing. And this was just on a white background, which I would have never have used. So I did cut those out. And again, I'm thinking, you know, the front cover for something, the inside cover, you know, just on a whole page. So I'm going to be putting those to one side for now. So that's those. So what we're left with is, I know I said, you know, we wasn't particularly using text pages, but, you know, in every book there's text pages. And these are beautiful writing. This is called the Country Woman's Journal. The Country. Shall I pause and just get it? Well, I'll get it in a minute. And then I was left with these ones, which I wanted to make envelopes, and I'm not going to seal them because these are going to be envelopes that are sewn. sewn into the middle of signature. So I just got a couple of sheets left. So I think we've done really well. Let me pause and get that book. It's this one, The Countrywoman's Journal, Margaret Shaw. And this is one that goes up. I'm definitely keeping this and making a journal out of it because I think it's brilliant. I'll do it this way. So I've just took the winter section out. Oh, I'm not seeing that, Fox. So I'm just gonna, well, I'll take both of them out. So this is a beautiful book. There's not a lot of pictures. They're just tiny illustrations. So I did cut some of the tiny ones out because I did have a pile of pages, you know, what I was just using as fussy cuts. So I mean, there's probably going to be more wintry time images in here, but yeah, I just took so many of the pages out, and I was left with some of the text pages. If you've got text pages and, you know, they're not attractive text, so you know, you don't really want to make them the star of the show kind of thing, then, you know, you could tea stain them, coffee stain them, put some sprays on them, stencil over them, stamp over them, you know, to make it a more interesting background. Or you can use them as a base, you know, for collage or something, or you can make some, you know, just basic pockets and things, and then cover them with something else. What else can you do? I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you know, they're usable. So these are, for me, my favourite kind of size for tags and journal cards. These are the large ones that Artemis does. So these are like 6 3/4 by, oh, I don't know what measurement that is, like 8.5 centimetres. I've got toothache and it's driving me mad. By 17. I'm no good in centimetres. That means nothing to me. I cannot envision. If somebody said that to me, I wouldn't be able to envision it. And this is 3.5 inches by 13 centimetres. I don't think you can do maths like that, can you? And I like that journal card that way, and I like it that way, not this journal cards in general. So what am I going to do? I've put them on the, you know, the sides that have the most writing on them. So I'm going to be left with quite a bit of waste because I can't put 2 of those on, and I can't get 2 of those on. I can do one that way and one that way. So I feel like I'm being really waffly. Not waffly, just really not making much sense. Normally, if I'd got a text page, I would back it with some card, and then I would do my cuttings out, because I would only then have to cut it once. But because I'm going to be left with quite a lot of waste, I'm not going to back it with card, because obviously then I'm using card that I don't need to use. So I'm going to cut them out. Whatever's left over will go in my collage box. It's not that it's going to be, you know, wasted, but it's no good for tags. It is, because I could make small ones and things, but I don't want to. I want these certain size, because I've been through my stash of you know, woodland, fall, autumn type things, and what it's missing is some decent size journal cards and some big tags. So that's what I want to make. That's what I want to make. So I'm just going to start by cutting you know, the empty space, and then I can see where I am. And yeah, obviously this is a bit more of a faffy way than just backing it and cutting it all for tags and journal cards. But like I say, I don't want to be making extra stuff that I don't need, you know, I don't need to, because I carried a lot of fall, autumn things over from last year, so I don't want to then have, you know, stuff that I'm taking into the following year. So I have been putting odd sets up on Etsy, and they have just been, you know, odd, not as in they're odd, occasional odd, not odd as in odd. Right, so because I'm not going to get a lot out of this, I'm thinking I might as well do this tag, because I don't want the end of, I was going to call it a crocodile. Oh my goodness, I'm really not right today, am I? You know, I didn't realise I wasn't right until I started filming. It's funny, that is. Not funny, but yeah, it is. When you do film and stuff, you do notice things that you perhaps wouldn't notice. So yeah, I felt perfectly fine. I didn't feel like I'd got a fuzzy head at all, and all the rest of it. Then as soon as I've started filming, I feel quite fuzzy headed. But you know, because I wasn't doing anything, so I'm not going to cut those off yet. I'll just put those to one side. So yeah, like I say, these are going to go. Oh, it's still a decent. I'll keep it. I'll do a tag with it. But see, I really don't want all this white. No, it's not even white. It's a lovely cream colour. Why do I want to take it off then? Because I don't like that just on one side. If it was around all of it, that'd be fine. Right. So, come on, Tania, get a grip. That's now I thought this first one was a good one for the journal card. So I'm going to do one that way. And can I fit all that in? No. So I'm going to cut it off first. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm either seeming too racy or too slow or just confused, but that's obviously just how I feel today. You have to let me know, how do you feel today? I think as well, sometimes, that's a lovely one, sometimes when I'm coming to the end of the project, I'm like excited that, you know, we've done a new project, and I've enjoyed it. I've made lots of nice things, and I'm kind of now obviously planning what's next, you know, what are we doing next. So it's like I'm trying to remember what this still is to get done on, you know, the current things that I'm working on, but then my brain is 20 steps in front, you know, plotting and planning, you know, so what's next, because that's how I am. I'm very you know, very, I don't know, I think it's a bit more than organised. It's just very, I'm very full on. Not in everything. But yeah, in some things I am really full on. You just have to put up with me when I'm being like that. But yeah, it is funny how you do notice things when you're filming. Because see, I wouldn't have today, you know, I'm not going out, Ryan's at work, Eleanor's with a friend. So it's like I wouldn't have really spoken to anybody today. So I think then, because you've not spoken and stuff, you don't realise that you, well, that would do for another one. But you're being so racy. I don't know if I should use racy, because obviously that's got, you know, different meanings, hasn't it? I'm not racy in the racy terms. I'm just a little bit manic. So calm down. I think I'm calm now. I think, you know, at the beginning of a video, sometimes when I've got a lot to say as well, it's, and you don't want to be taking the whole video up, you know, and I'm obviously just saying things that I've said on every single video in the series, but you know, you've got to remember that there is people who find your channel, you know, all the time. So it's, you know, this might be the first video they've ever seen. So you do have to bear that in mind, especially if you are doing some kind of series. If it's just a random one-off video, it's not so bad. But yeah, sometimes I've, you know, watched videos and thought, what on earth's going off? Like, what are they on about? What's this for? What? Especially if you stumble on some of those like collaboration type videos, you're like, who's doing this? What's going on? Well, I do. I'm obviously not going to be backing all these on camera. Like, we'll do what we can in like the 45 minutes, and then I shall finish off camera. But for now, I just thought I'll cut these out, and then they're done, and then we'll move on to the envelopes, because they won't take a lot of time, because obviously I'm not sealing them. Right, that's mine. Like that. Where's the other piece gone? It's, oh, that's not bad at all. Let's do it there. So cut it there, there, and that. I mean, I might not use all these for woodlands. I might put them in my finish it off pile. Or, you know what I might do? I might back them all, put them in my I think that would be probably a tag. Back them all, put them in with my woodland ephemera, what I've got made up, and then as I'm working, you know, through the projects and stuff, if I need a journal card or a tag, I've got some backed already, and they're just going to need, I'm going to do that way, they're just going to need decorating. So yeah, that's a good idea actually. I might start doing that, because I've obviously been working through you know, all my plain ephemera and all the rest of it, which is brilliant, because I've got loads what needed using on. But then when you do just need a tag, and you know, all you want to do is just decorate it, then it's like, oh, I've got no bases. Yeah, you can obviously just make one, but yes, I might start keeping so many plain ones. And what way did I do that? So this is going to be a tiny bit shorter, which is fine. And then you're not over making things. I'm going to have embellishments ready anyway, so they wouldn't take a lot of decorating. And obviously they can be a plainer type thing. I mean, you could just decoupage a napkin over, and that's a really quick one. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's have some more tags. Do want to keep making more journal cards though, because for some reason I make more tags, and I actually prefer journal cards. I'm not a great lover of oh well, no, that'd be a false. Oh, where's the bottom? Can you? Ah, yeah, I've got it. Yeah, that would be a fib. I do like the shape, but I don't know. I just prefer the journal cards, and I think, you know, putting something in all these really does create a lot of bulk. So I think it's best to have more journal cards. Right. I'm going to keep that for collage. So the rest of these bits can go away in the bin. Right, so that's those done. Put those to one side. Don't need those as a size guide anymore. Oh, look at her. Historical fancy dress dance. August 1911. Ah, lovely. I can cut that owl out. I can cut that fox out. Look at that beautiful butterfly. And then we've got some nice creamy card there. Right, I'll do that later. So we've got this. It's an Edith Holden thing, and obviously it's too. I'm just going to take that bit off so I can get it in the trimmer. Just trimming it down just to get rid of that rough edge. So if I took it up that way, we'd have the writing that way, and then we would have that way, which that I prefer it like that. So I'm just going to. I don't make complicated envelopes unless I'm making complicated envelopes, but yeah, most of the time I just do them like this. I've got the envelope punch board, but I've sussed how to do 6x6 ones because I've marked my board. But yeah, otherwise I just can't see it. I know Janet from the Facebook group, she did put a download that you could download, obviously, and I think it got the sizes on, which was, you know, more readable, which, sorry Janet, I haven't printed it off. It's on my to-do list. But, you know, I would print it off and I would lose it. So, that's that. I'm obviously going to ink it up. I am thinking I might do something, or I think it needs a label or something there, doesn't it? So, that's that one. Let's have a look at this. So, this is going to be way too. So, I could fold it and then cut the side. So if I went up like that, I think it's going to be too big anyway. So I'm just going to take the top off with its head and take the bottom off. Let's have a look at that. So I mean, I could have a, oh my goodness me. Right, so we could have a deep flap. So that's nice because it's obviously at the end of those two main trees. And then if I fold this down, leaving, you know, a gap. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. I think these ones a label, and that's all they need. I was thinking that I would put some a frill down it, but we'll see. We'll see. So there's this one again, off with his head. Okay, so that's the one that I want to take up. So I'll take that up there. I do love fir trees. I don't know what it is. Oh, it'll be the Christmas thing, won't it? I was going to say, I always, when I see them in the woods, I always think that they look so magical. But yeah, it will be the, I'll be associating it with Christmas. Yeah, I'd never thought about that. One of the life thoughts that I've never thought about. Right, let's cut that off. The colours of this book are so lush. I've forgotten what book they're out of. I'm really sorry. I don't know if they're on my Lazy Sunday playlist or not. And that's another reason why I started videoing the Lazy Sundays. I videoed him for me. But no, I thought it would be a good place for, you know, then I can go back and think, oh yes, I would like to buy that book again, because yeah, like this one, I think a lot of the pages wasn't that good, but then the pages what was good was really good, type thing. But it was never that outstanding that it stuck in my mind, kind of thing. So then I forget. It's only like really rubbish books. Well, no, not even the rubbish ones stick in my mind, to be honest. Yeah, it's only really the very, very good ones that that I remember. And normally that's because I've bought one, I've started taking it apart, and I've thought, actually, I'm going to want to use this book again. I'm going to get one ordered. So, you know, so I've got one. So I've never really had to probably think about remembering. I mean, I could see, and not all of them I've got off Amazon. Obviously on Amazon I can go back and I'm going to take it down to about there. Yeah, on Amazon I can obviously go back in my orders, and there's a search bar, so I can just put books, and then books will appear. So that's, I'm gonna have to cut it so it's not as wide, long, wide, whatever it is. Is that straight? Yeah, I think so. Ish. It's ishy. That's it. So, it's gonna have to take some off this side. So how big is that? You know, these are the things that I should know off by heart, but because my memory is so bad. It's 8 1/4. I remember from last week. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, like measurement, I think just numbers in general do not stick in my head. So that's those all cut down, so I don't need the trimmer anymore. So let's I'm just gonna reach over here. Gosh, I'm stiff this morning. I don't even know if it's still this morning. I think it might be getting on for dinner time. I don't know what I've been doing this morning. I've been doing something. I don't think I woke... Oh, I woke up at 8 o'clock. I've not had a particularly bad night, but I'd done a lot the day before. So yeah, when I woke up, I did feel quite tired, and I sat in my chair. So I've got, you know, an easy chair at the side of the bed, because gone are the days where I could just jump up out of bed and go. I have to wait till everything's pumped its way around. But yeah, it can take me an hour to start myself moving. And yeah, I kept thinking, oh, shall I go back to bed? Because I'm not at work today. You know, I've not got anything that I've got to do today. So we ummed and ahed, and by the time I'd ummed and ahed, I think it was like gone 9:30. And I think by the time, you know, I'd been downstairs, let Colin out, made a drink, put him some fresh water in, you know, washed the pots in the sink, and just fluffed up the cushions and, you know, that kind of thing. It was gone 10:30 by the time I got in my room. And then I'd got a couple of emails from Nini at college time, just discussing new kits and things like that. So I did some toing and throwing on those. Then looked in the Facebook group. I think I made a couple of posts in there. What else did I do? I think that's it. And then I literally got this folder out to see what we'd got left. I had a, you know, quick thing. And I was watching, whose video was I watching? I was watching a video by Tammy. I can't say your second name. Val. Oh, I'm really sorry. And that's the channel name as well. Yeah. I really can't remember it, and I don't think I can pronounce it. So anyway, I was watching Tammy, and then I watched Denise from Junkbox Journals UK. And yeah, I think it was like 11 o'clock. So yeah, gone, you know, just gone 11. So I bet you it's heading towards dinner time. I've only had one cup of tea. Oh, what's a cup of, you know, now I've thought about it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need a cup of tea. So, and that's the only thing, isn't it? You know, when you've had one of them slow wake up mornings or slow get going mornings, then it's dinner time. Oh, and you're like, oh my goodness, the day is just, sometimes when it's like that, I just think, I'm not going to bother today. I'll just do some relaxing type things, because otherwise you can be chasing your tail all day. So I just sometimes think I'll start again tomorrow. And it could have been one of those days today. And I am in front with my filming and stuff, so you know, I could quite easily have said, oh, I don't have to, you know, do it today. But yeah, you get to that point, don't you, where you think, well, if I got back in bed, I won't actually be going to sleep. I'd just be laying there watching something, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I want in that kind of mood. Sometimes that's what you want to do, isn't it? Just lay and watch something. If you're lucky enough to... oh, that's nice. Now, I'm surprised that I like that being so dark on there, but yeah, it needs it, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It definitely needs it. Does it? I don't know. Now I've thought about it, I mean, that's very nice. Let's ink around it, because obviously that will darken it up. yeah, I like that, because I think I like Edith to be, you know, quite subtle. Even though, I don't know if any of you saw it. I mean, it's a while ago now. Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah did Edith with black. And when she first said it, I was a bit like, oh my goodness, you know, you cannot do that. I didn't know how to feel about it. It took me a bit to get my head around it. I was like, I can't do Edith like that. You know, Edith's elegant and soft. But actually, it looked really nice. I wouldn't do it in black because I just wouldn't feel comfortable. But yeah, Tina's work's lovely, isn't it? You know, she did a lovely job of it. Next year, I'm going to do Edith more green. Because I normally match the cream with the cream kind of thing. So I'm going to go with green. So let's put the labels on first, because I have got some frills already sewn. That's a bit too big, isn't it? It's a bit too dark, it's a bit too big. That's a bit lighter. I don't know. What about? That would be nice as you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to save those. Right. Come on, get this closer to you and get a proper route in. I got it half a mile away from me. You know, I don't know how I feel about. I don't think I want a label. No, that's very not like me. So do I want a label on this one? I think I might. And I did really like that other label that I've just used, but I think that came from a kit. I'm not sure. Is that one? Oh yeah, I think it must be a Nanine kit. Oh, that's a bit scientific. I don't know if I want it. Oh, that's nice. I like that bit what's ripped out of there. Oh, Colin's saying good morning. Oh, good afternoon, campers. Must be that dinner time, dog walking, kind of time. And so he got up, went outside, had his treat, and then got back in bed. My bed. Well, and Ryan's bed, but well, our bed. Ryan's, Colin's, and mine. But yeah, I give him a dental treat in the morning, and I always used to give it him. Ryan never used to give it him because, you know, he'd gone off to work, blah blah. Anyway, the last few months, I don't know why, but well, probably because I started staying in bed late and stuff. So we'd started giving it Colin in the morning, and now, you know, some days he's been having it twice, and then the days when I haven't given it him and I've said, did you give him his treat this morning? Because I thought you might have, so I didn't give it him. No, I didn't give it him. Then the days I did give it him, did you give him his treat? Because I gave him one. Yes, I gave it him. I said, well, I can't carry on like this. You've either got to stop giving it him, or you just give it him. Well, Ryan couldn't commit to either. So I said to him, start putting the box on the side when you've given it him, and then I know that you've, well, I've only said that once, and sometimes I have to say things about 10 times to write, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah, so I'm going to go with that for this one. Now, can I get 2 out of this? Because otherwise it would be a shame to go right to the edge and then not get a second. Yes, definitely. Now, could I get 3 out? I'm pushing it now. Could I get 3? 1. I think I could, you know. you know, I don't measure and I'm no good at maths, but let's have a look. So it's more than 12. It's about 13, but it's wiggly. Let's say 13. So that's 4 and 4, 8, 12, 4 1/3. Okay, that's I'll say it obviously doesn't need to be exact. Is there just 3 forest ones? Oh yeah. So that's worked out good. So I'm going to use the 3-in-1. I think I'm not going to have time to go back to those tags. So all I'm going to do is I've got a few sheets of craft card. I'm going to back them onto that. If I run out of this craft card, it was a few sheets that Denise sent me, and it's really good. You know, I think it's 260 GSM. So I thought I'll use that, and then once I've run out of that, I'll go in my scrap card box and just back them. Then I'm going to ink them all, and I'm just going to put them in with my woodland box, and then they're, you know, spare backs. And then when I start my next project, whatever I've got in spare backs, I'll put in the next box, or until I get fed up seeing them and I just put them in my to-do pile. I really like that. So I'll keep that open, and when I sew the signature in, that will get sewed in to the middle. Then you'll just glue it down, and then that will be in the middle of your journal. So that's lovely. Don't think I'll use these this year. I'll probably use these in the spring woodland. Oh, my teeth's really bothering me. Must get to the dentist. Oh, that's lovely. And this isn't that, you know, bulky. It's a, well, it's a linen, but it's a thin one. Love that. And then this one. Didn't used to be a lover of the ruffle, but I am starting to really like it. I think because I'd always seen ruffles in, you know, the more vintage lady type things. That obviously doesn't suit my style. So, but when I started doing them, you know, with colours and materials I like, then and they look, you know, more earthy, natural, woodlandsy, naturey, that kind of thing. So now I can see where they can fit in, you know, into mine. But when you just see them in florals or something, I mean, I don't know, you know, people who aren't really into botanicals who watch me, I don't know if you find it hard then to turn around what I've done to make it into something that you would do. I don't know. Now it'd be a shame obviously to put a ruffle there, because that's the main part. So I don't think I'm doing it with that, and I don't think I'm doing it with that. So I think because, no, I will. I was going to say because they're not that special, I might not. Oh, they are, because they're lovely pages. But I think I've got some of these light leaves. I may be able to stick something else to them. So that's them for now. And yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. Because the toothache's now giving me eye ache. Oh gosh. And I'm gonna go and have a drink. I think I have to take some pain relief. And And then I think I'm just going to sit and get these backed, and that'll probably be all I do today. I might have an afternoon kip. Yeah, while I'm filming this, I am still on leave from work. I am filming this 4 weeks in front. So by the time you see this, well, hopefully I should be back at work. I am going to try and well, I'm going to see how I feel in 2 weeks' time from now. Because obviously I do need to get the sleeping pattern back to some kind of normality, and you know, not be as casual with my days as I obviously have been, because you know, that's what I need to do to heal. But you know, I can't obviously keep, you know, just carry on being like that, but I'm also not going to push myself either. So I'm going to see how I am in 2 weeks' time, and if I feel up to going back, then I shall go back, and if I don't, then I won't. I'll assess it each week. Up to now, they've not pressured me at all. Like I say, they're not paying me, so it's not like you know, oh, well, we're paying you, I think you ought to come back kind of thing. So I'm not, you know, feeling pressured in that way. But obviously can't not earn a living, otherwise I wouldn't go to work, would I, if I didn't. You know, it's not a hobby. This is what I enjoy doing this. I don't enjoy my job anymore. I used to, but yeah, you know, as I've got older, and obviously with, you know, being diagnosed with a fibro and stuff, yeah, things just change, don't they? And now I'm not as physical. I just find it hard work, and it is hard work being on your feet 8 hours a day, for anybody. And then, you know, when you think age wise, and then you think, I mean, I'm only 50, I'm not, you know, but you know, I'm not a young kid anymore. And then, you know, with having the fibro, it all is hard work. So I'm going, and I'm obviously gonna sit and cut this up before I go downstairs and make a drink. This is what I do, and then I'll find something else, and an hour will go, and I'll be like, oh, still not had a drink. So I'm going. Thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this challenge. I've really enjoyed it. It's got me to, you know, get my books out, because I keep mine in, you know, a box. The box was full. Couldn't buy any more books because my box was full, and I had told myself right at the beginning, when this box is full, you have too many books. So yeah, a lot of the books I've had for about a year now, and it's time, you know, to get using them. So, and I've, you know, done some things in this challenge that I've not done before. So that's been very, very good, and yeah, that's it. Right, I'm going. Thanks for listening to me. I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.